to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering this week and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Westwood, and I'm here today with senior columnist Tim Carney. And Tim, the Biden classified documents case, one of the top headlines of the past few weeks. At this stage in the investigation, what do you see as the most pressing questions that we still don't have answers to?
And the one that I'm seeing not getting enough attention has to do, and this is what you and I spoke about when we were talking about Trump having these records, was these are presidential records and federal records. The Presidential Records Act governs the vice president. These are vice presidential records. They didn't belong to Joe Biden. So did he have permission to have them in his office there? That could be the case, but that's one of the questions that isn't quite established. Did he just sort of take with him stuff that belonged to the federal government? Ever since after Watergate, there have been a series of laws making it clear that records produced by the vice president and the president belong to the U.S. government. So did Joe Biden walk off with somebody else's papers, stick them in a garage and a closet?
Right, intent is sort of at the heart of both the Biden case and the Trump document case. And Democrats are working really hard to distinguish between the two, saying the Trump document case represents a much more egregious violation than the Biden document case. Do you think that comparison is accurate, or are they actually pretty similar?
So I think that the biggest difference is that it looks like Biden kind of went along with any investigation. Now, there are other questions of why, if some of these documents were found before the midterm elections, we didn't find out about it until later. Did he go along once he was caught? While lots of this initial reporting to come out of the Trump Mar-a-Lago story was that he slow-walked some of it. That's kind of the cover-up versus a crime. The initial crime basically looks the same to me. And again, there's still some stuff the National Archives can tell us who had permission to have what, but the bottom line is they walked off with documents that didn't belong to them, that belonged to the United States of America. And so that basic crime is the same in my eyes.
What do you think of how the Biden White House has handled this from a messaging perspective? They attempted to sort of appear forthright with the public when this first came out, and now they look like they're stonewalling inquiries.
They are stonewalling, and the media, which has tried to defend them, you see all sorts of people saying, oh, we have to put this in context, we have to work really hard to show the difference from Trump. If the difference is that Trump covered it up more, the fact that the last 2 weeks the White House has been sort of saying, oh, there's no more documents, there's no more that. All the reporters now are finally losing their patience and losing some of their love for the Biden officials and the press office, because they're realizing that they are the context that they are shoveling at the readers turns out a couple days later to be undermined by the investigations. And so making the media look bad by lying to them, which is what the White House has done, is really losing them some of their best allies in that press room.
Right, and those reporters tend to neglect to point out that the Trump lawyers were cooperating with the Justice Department for about 6 months at least before that raid happened.
Yeah.
Finally, do you think there's any world where the Justice Department could charge Trump with a crime regarding his mishandling of classified documents and not charge Biden?
I think it would be really hard. And so there are some of my friends who joke that there's some sort of spirit, some sort of witch that has blessed Trump, because every time he does something that's really going to be destructive, he gets protected. So he could be protected from prosecution because of the fact that Biden seems to have done the same thing.
Be a package deal for prosecutions. Well, Tim, thank you so much for being here today. You can get more writing from Tim and the rest of the commentary team at washingtonexaminer.com.